Yo, what's up, digital photography? We got our last round of beautiful photos without people. No people in them, please. Things that we can be happy and enjoy by ourselves, okay? In this time, in this situation that pretty much the whole country finds themselves in. It's all about kind of self-reflection and trying to grow individually. But, when you do grow individually, it also helps, to grow with people as well. Sometimes, if I know living with a roommate is always good because you could be feeling lazy, but then that roommate could be productive, and then that helps you to be productive. So, all about finding things to care about and to keep you going in this strange time we're in. So I've commented on some of your work from the last submission, and if I commented on it, I probably won't include you in the critique. Also, we didn't have that many people submit things on time, so that's a little bit unfortunate. So the critique video is going to have Austin, Liz, Ella, and Julia, I believe, and Lillian. But Lillian does not have JPEG, so I'll start with Lillian. Things that we are caring about. This is not Lillian. I'll go back. That's Robert, but me and Robert have already spoke about his work. So Lillian Ferguson. All right. So again, to go back into the requirements, you all need to have 5 final and new photos for next week. Okay. Some of you reused photos from previous submissions, and that's okay. Not thrilled with that, but next week every single photo needs to be a new photo. Okay, every single one. This is a new project, new photos. So looking at this one, you got a little, it's tough because you probably could fix this in Photoshop, and you could probably get Photoshop or at least Lightroom on your phone. If you want further explanation on that, Lillian, how to get Lightroom on your phone, you can adjust these things, but this is not the best lighting because you just get a lot of gray, and that's affecting the overall image. I imagine it would be hard to take a shot and kind of really focus about the background. Like I keep looking at this tire right here. That's not ideal. So maybe you take a close-up of, the eye or close-up of the back of the horse or something, rather than trying to get the whole horse face into the image, because it is going to be hard without having, certain resources available. Or if, you could take them against the barn. I don't know the location you're in, so just be mindful of that. The background with the horse images is going to be the biggest concern, so maybe a close-up image is the way to go for that one. Yeah, same here. There's just too much going on, right? I could tell it's a horse, but it looks like it's a picture you snapped to tell your friend that, you just braided your horse or something, which is actually, that's very cool. I've never really seen that. Interesting. Hey, cool. What do we have here? See, this one is much more interesting. This one's good. This one's good. Close up. Yep. But again, the overall, it seems dark with that Lightroom, and I'm pretty sure it's a free app, Lillian. Lightroom, again, you'll be able to adjust the lightness of things, and that would help your overall shots for sure. What is it? I took remember the quiet place, safe and enjoy spending time around horses. Nice. Okay, cool. So yes, I love that they're all of the horse. For example, 1 and 2, right? they're basically the same image. And these are basically the same image to this one. So you really only have kind of 3 photos. So I'm wondering if there's other things that involve the horse riding that you could take pictures of. Maybe it doesn't have to be just the horse. Maybe it could be some of your equipment. Let me go back. You know, I never rode a horse, so I don't really know what the equipment goes into. But like I said, pointed out these braids, I saw them right away. Maybe a close-up of those braids. Maybe you take a close-up of 4 different parts of the horse and then one of the entire horse. You know what I mean? Rather than images that are a little too similar. So 1, 2 are from different sides of the horse, but again, they're still pretty much showing the same thing. Same thing here. So try to get a little more invested in the angles and things on the horse, or things that you can relate to horse riding. You know, this shot would be very interesting. You know, maybe if you wanted to do like a portrait and just pick apart pieces of the face, you know, do one of the left eye, one of the right eye, one of the left ear, one of the right ear, the mane, or whatever you call that. Clearly I don't know what the heck I'm talking about in regards to horse riding, but that would be my suggestion, Lillian. Some of these are just too similar. I'm totally fine with everyone being of your horse, but try to do 5 completely different images, right? Where I look at it, be like, oh, that's a completely different composition, even though it's of the same thing, right? Case in point, this one and this one, you know, this one he's smiling, this one he's not smiling, but it's basically the same thing. Okay, and be mindful of the backgrounds too. All these backgrounds are a little bit too busy. This one is good because, you know, you got trees and sky. This one you have trees, sky, ropes, the rope back here, car back here, fence back there. Okay, so, and this one too is, as I said earlier. Okay, so biggest thing is backgrounds, and then finding, you know, maybe parts of the horse to pick apart. I think it would be cool to take in black on the bottom. That could be great, taking a picture of the hoof, right? So really try to break up the pieces of the horse. Now dipping into Photoshop, we are going to start with Liz. Liz's first picture of the butterfly. Now, in regards to this picture, it would be much better if it was like from this angle and you had the green as the background. Okay, again, I wasn't expecting these pictures to be perfect or anything. I pretty much just told you to take pictures of things that you like. So you did the assignment successful. I'm sure you already knew I was going to say something about this. And, you know, if you have butterflies flying around your yard, then great, you know, take them. I don't know how likely you would be able to get this shot again. So if there's no butterflies in the next submission, I won't be upset. It'll be unfortunate, but I won't be upset. But yeah, just mindful of the backgrounds when you're taking things, right? Try to keep it to 2 or 3 elements in the background, right? Right now I have 1, 2, 3, the grass, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's just way too many things going on. You know, I know the focus is on the butterfly, but other things are taking me away from that, which you probably already knew I was going to say, like I said, Liz. So close that one. I don't want to go to Ella just yet. Ooh, so, dogs or cats? I'm not sure. But those are very, very cute. Similar thing, if you could, like, again, I don't know how these, you know, if you could have this around the entire background, and then, so there's like, I got the animals, and then I got that kind of flannel pattern around everything, right? If you could have a solid background, that would be better. The flannel definitely works better than whatever this is. So that would be my suggestion. Also, relating to what I said to Lillian, is you could kind of get a little closer. So you could frame the shot so it's like this. Right, and that could be your shot right here, and I think that could work really well. So you don't even have to worry about setting up the background. You can just get a little closer. Also, I don't know if they sleep all day. Obviously, I wouldn't. I don't think this is natural lighting, being it kind of looks a little bright right here. So I would think it's a flash or something. So I don't know. Obviously, you probably don't want to flash those little guys' eyes. But that's my one suggestion about that in regards to cropping. And again, Lightroom. If you get Lightroom on your phone, that's a great free app. I went to the beach the other day myself for the sunset. Unfortunately, it was like a gloomy sky. It's wasn't the prettiest sunset I've seen. And same thing to here. So if you don't mind going back to the beach and trying to get a sunset pic, it's kind of weird, right? Because some sunsets are gorgeous and some sunsets are just, it's pretty, right? It's pretty. There's nothing, I'm not going to write home about this sunset, but it is a sunset. So maybe try angles, maybe get low to the ground, get like some of these piles of sand up front, and then on yonder you see the sky and the water. I think that could work really well, because you see hundreds of sunset pictures like this, right? Every person that goes down to the beach takes this picture. How could you make this picture different? Okay, being that it's a photography class, you want that different. You want to look like you know a little bit more about photography than the average Joe that goes down there and snaps this shot, right? So that would be my one suggestion, is angle it kind of up a little bit and have the sand be all in the foreground and then water and sky. That would be my suggestion for that one. Do we have any more of you, Liz? So that's 4 and 1 and 2. Good. Flowers, good. Again, regards to cropping, I think it would be more successful if it was cropped like this or something. Right, so I don't have to see this fence and I don't have to see the grass, just the beautiful flowers. So crop that a little bit better. Oh, jeez Louise. Or get a little closer to the subject, aka flowers. So that is Liz 1. So then I got to go to Liz numero dos. And the cat. The cat. Just to let you know, Liz, I am severely allergic to cats. My eyes are watering already by looking at this. I think this would be interesting. If this guy could go a little bit more to the corner and you could have green background, brown foreground, cat. So there's 3 things in the image and the cat is black and it's going to stand out against everything else. So we don't see this brick. So I would suggest you standing somewhere over here and taking the shot this way. Try to sneak that cat in the corner. Not to say that your cat is always going to listen and sit perfectly in the corner, but that would be my suggestion, and that's what I would like to see. This is probably your best shot out of all of them so far, but it can still be better. If you were to have even, take a picture of your cat, but get a little closer and just have it cut off here, and imagine if that was the crop. Okay, let me see if I could actually do that for you. So if it was something like this, right, that's not the best cropping, but the green and the black cat, I think that looks much better than having this distraction over here. I think it would be better to have the whole body in it, but I just wanted to show you that to hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Well, great job, Liz. I appreciated your response to the video as well, and look forward to your final 5 photos. And a loud sip of my coffee. And don't save. All right, so Ella keeps popping up, so we'll go. So same thing. I think this will be better if this part was gone, and if it was just this, and maybe if it was centered. Also, the shooting from light into shadow is always awkward because it's tough. Even though I could see this, it's tough to make it out. So normally you want to shoot, if you're going to do that, from shadow to light. Okay, so maybe just go out at a different time of day. Believe it or not, gray skies are the best to take pictures of. I know it's kind of contradicting to what this picture is trying to say, right? Because obviously not too many people are going in the pool when it's gray skies and rainy out. But that's my suggestion for this one. Also, if you wanted to just get closer to this, I think if you were to like prop yourself up here and take a shot down where you have some of the waterfall and then just water, I think, you know, that's going to have a couple less things in the image, and you still also get the sense of waterfall, pool. And so that would be my suggestion, is kind of position yourself over here and take the shot getting this and the water in it. So you just have a couple less things to worry about. But yes, the pool shots are always good. Next one, Doggy Dog. This is awesome. I love this dog. Yes, I love it. Again, backgrounds. If you can, if you have a solid wall somewhere in your house or outside, go with that. Or you could even prop up, you know, have them on this and prop up, I don't know, a piece of cardboard or a box that you painted, or even one of your paintings maybe. You said that you've been painting. But again, obviously you probably already knew what I was going to say about the background. I appreciate that you showed me that you want to take a picture of your dog, and I think it'll definitely work. This dog makes me smile. So I love it. Everything's good with that. Just obviously some adjustments to the background, and it'll be a nice successful shot. And if you can, I would continue to try to get that tongue hanging out, because I like that better than if the tongue wants it hanging out. That's a very, very cute dog. Painting! Alright, so I see that you tried to make the background simplistic. The one thing I will say is that because this is so interesting, the less you have going on in the background, the better. So even though this is tile, right, and it's kind of the same color, there still is, you know, a decent amount going on, right? So I could look at this, and then I start to look at the kind of marble. So all that you really need to do for this is you could just simply take a, you know, again, going back to cardboard, a piece of cardboard, if you have a plain color carpet in your house, you know, to try to find a solid color of something. You know, I always go for bright colors, so I'm thinking like if we were to put a pink back here, that could be good. And I do like the effect of your hand in it too. Or if you could just ask someone else to put their hand and do what you're doing right here, I think that could work too. And if you painted this, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love to see that you're doing a little more artwork than you need to. It's my stress reliever, and I hope you are using it as your stress reliever and kind of enjoying your time as you wrote in the response. I appreciated that response to the video. So that's my suggestion with that, is simplify the background even more, because that is a great piece, and that's the main focus of it, so you want to keep the focus on it. That is not your picture, LF5. Alright, so this is a previously used photo, totally fine with that for this one. However, for the final submission, if you're going to use this, let's do something different. Let's change the angle. Let's look up. Let's hone in on one album. Just out of fun, if I had to rank these albums, this is probably my first. The ones I listen to the most. The second, third, and then it's a tie between these three. I was actually listening to Amy Winehouse this weekend. I listen to J. Cole pretty much every day. And Billy Joel, if you don't know who Billy Joel is, living on Long Island, that's concerning. Anyways, but yes, no repeat photos. I'm fine with it for this submission. But let's do something different with it. You know, if these are hanging up on your wall, which I think you said they were, maybe you have other records laying around. You know, let's do something different. Angle, hone in on a couple, take them off, arrange them on the floor somehow. lay them out kind of like a fan. That's always a good approach to things. Get close to one, so I have full confidence that you can yourself find a different way to arrange this, or just use something similar relating to music, right? You don't necessarily have to use those records, even though I'm sure those are your favorites or some of your favorites. This one made me very sad. Yeah, this is a great photo, and it really does speak to the current situation we're in, right? You're graduating, but it's like you're not. It's like it's just you're graduating. You don't. No one's getting the graduation they deserve or the summer they deserve after graduation, and that's extremely disappointing for me because I know how special that was for myself. This picture is very, very powerful, and I think you can continue to improve on it, and I really think that this could be a picture worth showing to administration because I think it is very, very powerful. My one suggestion is maybe we could set it up even more. Maybe we could put a table right here, right? Maybe we could put a table right there, and maybe even put like a glass or a pitcher of iced tea with 2 cups or something, and then having this chair tilted ever so slightly this way and this chair tilted ever so slightly this way, so it's like the 2 people are sitting there kind of rocking back and forth sharing a glass of iced tea, but there's no one in there. There's just the cap and gowns. I think that could be crazy good. It is also it's a very good picture right now, but Ella, I think we could make it even better. And like I said, this could be something really worth sharing. So this is a great picture. This is a great picture, and I'm really excited to see the improved version of it. Let me just double check, Ella, to see if I got all of yours. Looks like I did. All right, thank you, Ella. Moving on with Julia. Julia, you got a couple of these, and because I saw this one, and let's see. You had another one, I thought. Another flower one, yes. So, like, I'm totally fine, Julia, if you wanted to do, like, a series of different flowers and plants that you find around your house, okay? Or on your walks, if you go for a walk in the park or wherever. I think that could be very interesting. And I'm curious to see how you got this blurred effect, if you're using a program to do it or if that's your phone. So if you wouldn't mind, just send me a message. I'm curious about that. So please do share. So that's one major suggestion of mine, is I think it would be cool to kind of take a series of 5 flowers, right? Like the enjoyment of just enjoying nature, right? For that final picture. I wouldn't use the trees, don't worry about that. In my opinion, I think sticking to the flowers would be the best. This is interesting too. However, I like I said, I like the flower idea. If you wanted to do a flower idea, do the flower idea. If you wanted to do a tree idea, do the tree idea. Let's not do both, okay? I think this will be a much more successful project if you hone in on kind of one subject, but obviously different flowers. You're not taking a picture of the same flower. You're taking pictures of 5 different flowers, but with similar effects that you got going on, this kind of blurred around, focused, centered. I really do like that, and I think that could work really, really well. So that's my suggestion for you, Julia. Take it or leave it. I hope you do take it. The pool picture, I appreciate you sharing that. You definitely probably enjoy the pool in this time right now. It's definitely a good time to have that. Fun note, I used to clean pools one summer, so I'm the guy that comes and cleans this up right here. But yeah, that's my suggestion, Julia. Stick with the flowers, and even like these planty type flowers could be good too. But as far as the trees go, I would think it's more interesting to focus on images like this one, right? This one and that pink flower. So that's my suggestion, Julia. Pretty short, but I think it could be very effective in moving forward. So Austin is next. Austin, you only included 3. Requirement was 5. I have a lava lamp too. I just bought a new bulb for it. Unfortunately, it was the wrong bulb, so it's currently just sitting next to me, not doing anything. Looks like this has been up and running. So a picture of your MacBook, great. Again, think about backgrounds. Think about backgrounds, or think about your workspace. Okay, I think this could be a little more successful if you took a picture of your, included everything, included your workspace. This is kind of where I'm spending a lot of time on my MacBook doing, whatever. I'm sure you're referencing the side stuff you're doing, not necessarily schoolwork. But that's my suggestion for that. Because this photo is more interesting because of the angle you took it on, but it's still got some stuff in the background that's distracting. However, if you took a picture of your overall workspace, then that's what the subject is. Everything in that is the subject, right? Right now, this is the main subject, but I keep looking at the lava lamp. So, that would be my suggestion for this photo. So similar thing here. This is kind of, sort of the workspace, but this is definitely the main subject. So my suggestion would be, put this flat on the ground or something and just have this against a solid background. So imagine if I was to Photoshop the palette out and then this to be like gray or red in the background or something. That would be a better shot. It could also be interesting kind of zooming in, like that's your picture. Something like this. So you could still tell it's a palette, but that's all you're really seeing. And you got that nice camera too, so you'll be able to focus that up because I saw this picture, and this picture is very good. Okay? Again, you don't really want to see that. It'll be better if it's just a solid color, but good shot. Feel like this whole thing, because it seems like this is the part that's in the most focus, and that's a little awkward. I would like all of this to be in focus. Okay, so that might make zoom in, zoom out a little bit, and refocus it. Or just move back a little bit and refocus it with that camera you got, but make sure it's also on manual focus, which I'm sure you already know that. So, and remember, Austin, 5 next week. All right, 5 photos next week. Okay. All right, everyone. So that's the critique video. I look forward to seeing your final beautiful photos without people. We're focusing on the things that we can cherish alone in all solidarity. Okay, so look forward to that. Let me know if there's any questions. Live office hours tomorrow, 10 a.m. in the morning. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon. Look forward to seeing your photos next week.